Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we have the first year the Jefferson nickel was made. We have some other nickels here and we're kind of going to go through them all. The old V nickel, or the V 5 cents, the Indian head or buffalo nickel, a couple other 38s. And then, of course, we have the newer versions of Jefferson facing in different directions. So let's start with that 1938. And we've got a couple of them, and as many of you know, there is more than one mint that produces coins in the United States. In fact, there are 3 or 4 or 5. In God We Trust, it says in front of Jefferson, Liberty behind Jefferson, for 75% copper, 25% nickel. If you go to Canada, the coin is almost pure nickel, or it was. So how can we tell what the mint mark is? There's none down here. Well, let's flip this one over. There's nothing here, but that's where the mint mark would be. So if there's nothing here, what does that mean? Well, that means this is a Philadelphia mint coin. It says E Pluribus Unum at the top, United States of America at the bottom. Right above that it says 5 cents, F-I-V-E. And here it says Monticello. And that was, of course, Jefferson's home. And this is where you look for the value of the coin, the quality of the coin, whether it had the 5 steps here. Now remember, it was a 5-step version in 1938. They didn't move to the 6-step versions until later. So that's a Philadelphia one. And in Philadelphia in 1938, they made 19.5 million. This coin, because it was a new coin, it had replaced the Indian head nickel. This is a 35 here, and with the buffalo on the back. So some people call it the buffalo nickel, some people call it the Indian head nickel. Either way, it's a 5 cents coin. In 1938, they replaced the buffalo nickel with the Jefferson nickel. Because it was the first year, Philadelphia just made a ton of them. So this is a D for Denver. I said that there were 3 mints that produced these. So Philadelphia did 19.5 million. Denver, and that's what the D is for, did 5.376 million. And then there was one other mint. You know it now, the San Francisco Mint, as the mint where many of the proof coins are made. But in 1938, the San Francisco Mint just provided general circulation coins, 4.1 million of these. There's a Philly. There's a Denver, there is the San Francisco, and because they were new coins, in replacing the Indian head buffalo nickel, people collected them. And so there's all kinds of these, and there's all kinds of these in really good shape. If you're trying to get a really expensive one, you're going to have to get up to, uncirculated will get you between $4 and $11. A proof one will get you $64 plus dollars. And if you get a really, really good one with really, really good steps on it, none of which are here, you can't even see whether there are steps there. If you get a really, really good one with really, really good steps on it, you could be talking in the thousands of dollars. We stuck this one in here too. And this, of course, is the United States V nickel. V because V is the Roman numeral 5, which is on the back. There is no 5 on this coin anywhere unless one of the years end in 5. So when we look at this coin here, we see that it's a little bit green, a little bit dirty. We turn it over and we see there's a 1904. The Liberty head nickel, or the V nickel, it had come out in 1883 and they produced them until 1913. The 1913 is extremely, extremely rare. They only know about 5. Anyways, then there came the buffalo nickel, then came the Jefferson nickels, and the Jefferson nickels just kept going and going and going until they, in 2004 and 2005, decided to change up the nickels a little bit with the westward expansion. The 2004s just had the westward expansion on the back with a regular front. The 2005s had this kind of really stylized version of Jefferson facing to the right instead of the left. It says, "In God We Trust, Liberty." There's the P for Philadelphia, 2005. And then, of course, on the back we had one of the Lewis and Clark designs, and guess what? It just mimics this one, doesn't it? Buffalo facing the other direction, of course. The 5 cents, the Pluribus Unum all on the back, United States of America. So this is the 2005 nickel. And then when they came back to make the nickels again, they later switched to this nickel, the kind of a face, mostly full facing Jefferson nickel. It says, "In God we trust," Liberty here under his chin, but in a kind of stylized cursive, 2018 P. All right, well, that's all we have today. If you want to get one of these 1938 nickels, I think you could probably get all of these for about $1 to $2 a piece. These are not in great shape. They are all over the place in terms of a lot of collectors have them. And a lot of collectors, as soon as they get a better version, get rid of their older versions. So that's what you want to look for. The better condition, if you can see any of the steps, you're going to really increase the value. And if you can see all of the steps, you have a really rare Jefferson nickel worth a lot of money. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.